How's it going, everyone? My name's Ethan Wheeler. I'm from Ocean Beach. I work down the street at Hodad's, riding dirt bikes and skateboarding, surfing, you know, the San Diego lifestyle. I intend on Ironman in the 1,000, you know, and trying to complete that accolade. Through one of my buddies, Stuart, I met my good friend, Ryan Stevens. He's like, all right, dude, you should do a couple District 38 races. A couple District 38 races turned it into running a whole season. Third overall for the whole season, but in my class, I won every race. We were planning on only running the 1,000 this year. And Ryan's like, well, why don't we just do the whole thing? All right, San Felipe's next, you know. Our team for the 250 started off me, Ryan Stevens, Dustin Ash Everest, and our buddy Nick. And Nick got sick the week before the race, so we ended up running just the 3 for the 250. Winning was never in the books. We just wanted to have fun. This was supposed to be my training year for Ironman for the 1,000 next year. Sometimes stuff just happens, you know. I truly feel blessed. I know there was a couple times on the course for the San Felipe that I had a couple close calls. I almost fell off the bike and I hit a rock and it pushed me right back underneath, and I just kept going, and it was a really dangerous race. There was a lot of rocks in the sand that were throwing people left and right. How many people I passed that were on the ground and their bikes were just like in pieces all over the ground. Ended up getting first. It was a close battle. We moved on to the 500, added 2 more guys, Casey, a friend of Dustin's, and Jason, a friend of mine and RJ's. That's super funny how RJ and Dustin met. Dustin's an Ironman guy. At the very beginning of his Ironman last year, some unfortunate stuff happened, something fell apart, and he was trying to fix his bike, I think at one of the first pits, you know? And RJ was sitting there. I think he had just gotten off the bike. And Dustin, he's upset. RJ just walks up and says, hey man, slow is fast. Slow is fast. And he totally calmed Dustin down. Dustin later said, like, that like calmed down my whole entire race and got me refocused and like really helped me out. They were both wearing their helmets. They didn't know who they were. So that this next year, they come to find out we're sitting eating tacos, and they find out that, oh shoot, that was you? He's like, yeah. And so it's like small world. You're on the same team this year. As different as we are, everyone on the team really gels well together. You know, I feel like the one thing that I'm trying to protect on this team is make sure everyone gets along, because nobody wants to race with jerks, you know?
Dustin Ash Everest, I'm one of the team riders here on the 317X bike. We're down here for the Baja 500, looking forward to another great race. Absolutely just crush those dudes at the San Felipe 250, and we expect nothing less at this coming race tomorrow.
Hodad's had sponsored me for District 38. I walked up to Jeremy at Hodad's and asked the owner, Shane, as well. It's like, hey, will you guys sponsor me? And they're like, yeah. They're the only reason we're here doing this, or able to do this, you know. Financially, everyone knows SCORE is one of the big races in the world. Being able to focus on the racing and all other aspects of racing in Mexico, trying to be safe and all the terrain and the thousands of miles that we're going to be racing this year, you know. Pulling up on the podium, announcing that Hodad's was our sponsor and our biggest sponsor really brought a lot of attention to the team. It being a unique sponsorship, especially for desert racing and Mexico, you know. For them to sponsor such big races for me and help me achieve my goals, you know, It's kind of unreal.
Just came from TAC contingency. Didn't take too long, but man, there's a lot of vehicles. And, you know, just to get over the stage and get through the 280 trucks, cars, bikes, and everything to get to where we need to be, to sign the bike up, to get the Stella mounted. Like I said, it wasn't that bad. We were out of there in a couple hours, catch some breakfast, get back up here to the hill. Got beautiful views all around us. It's race day tomorrow. Race stages at 2:30 in the morning. So those guys are gonna have to be down there, you know, 1 a.m. So get to bed, everybody. I know we just had breakfast, but you gotta go to bed soon because you're gonna be up in a few hours.
Second race, the Baja 500. I had never raced at night, and I was kind of nervous about it. Come off the line, I had the first 80 miles or so to the first Baja pits. The terrain was super foggy, really dusty. You couldn't really get ahead. As my first time riding in those conditions, you know, I was more focused on keeping the bike on two wheels and getting it to the next guy. So I kind of like dialed back to like 60%, 6 to 70% of like my race speed. I got stuck in the silt twice, put the bike on the ground. I got the bike to our next guy, to RJ. He gets on the bike and somehow all of a sudden loses the front brakes. You know, so we broke a brake line, thinking around mile 100. He gets over the summit, gets the bike to Jason Mount.
My name's Jason Mount. I'm the third rider. We just got done pre-running contingency. I'm getting ready to go down to the Baja Oasis and stay the night and get ready for the bike tomorrow.
Looks at Jason and says, "All right, dude, we ain't got no front brakes. Can you do it?" So Jason gets on the bike, makes up some time, and then get the bike all the way over to mile 260. We start working on the bike, trying to get a front brake line on and bled, and it just was not working out.
Casey Thomas, we're here at Baja Pit 6, waiting on Jason to pass me the bike. I'll be running through Mike's for the next 100 miles, going through meeting Dustin to the 1. So I'm looking for a clean ride and see what happens.
Casey gets on the bike, goes over Mike's Sky Ranch, no front brakes. He accidentally misses the Baja pits, ends up having to pull over, get some random gas from somebody because a truck was parked in front of the Baja pits, is why he missed it. So he almost ran out of fuel. We're like trying to chase all these problems down. I think we had about like an hour of working on the bike. Casey gets the bike all the way to Dustin. Dustin rips his front brakes off his 525. I want to say in like 7 minutes, the pit team gets the brakes put on and he gets moving. Goes up through the Europan. I'm sitting there to pick the bike up and do the last 30 miles as well into the finish. And he comes in, subframe is coming apart. The bolts sheared off the frame, and so he's like trying to limp the bike in. We threw a couple new bolts on the bottom of the bike, but the top, we couldn't fix the bike. There's no way we could have fixed it on. He's like, "You're not hopping on the bike. I have to finish this because we might pull the intake boot off, suck some sand and blow the motor, and our race is over." And we limped it through. I think at this point we only had like a 14-minute lead because we had wasted so much time working on the bike. We got it to the finish line, barely, and we ended up getting first. Feels good. Feels good. Unreal. Unreal.
Oh, it is.
We got her done. We're ripping. We're doing good.
It feels rad to win win my first race down here in Mexico.
Oh, that last section was rough. You know, subframe was coming apart on me, sucked up all my energy, getting caught by trophy trucks. It was just an absolute meat grinder.
Come on up, you see those big fingers in the air. Now it's time for a beer, a good surf, and maybe a Hodad burger.
Absolutely, can't wait to get back to the States and get one.
And some champagne too. You guys share that and enjoy. Definitely celebrate. We'll see you guys at the Baja 400. Let's get it done again. We'll see you in September.
Coming into the season, RJ kind of really instilled this in me. Hey dude, this is dirt biking. We're out here for fun. We're all competitive, yes, but you know, make the goal finishing and having fun. And that has been, I'd say, the theme of the team is have fun, finish, keep it on two wheels. I want to keep that throughout the year. We're halfway through. We did that at the 250, we did it at the 500. It worked out well for us, you know, and even though we're still in the lead, I still want the theme to be, you know, have fun. We're all friends. Don't get me wrong. We're still trying to haul some butt, you know, but to be safe. Obviously, our season wouldn't be possible without sponsors. Hodad's our main sponsor, Ocean Beach Surf and Skate, Takamoto, DDC Racing, M&M Off-Road, Baja Prepped, Vision Roofing, and SRH. Also, Detonate Goggles. Thanks to the sponsors and thanks for the continuous support.
We did it, #1, baby. Baja 500, done and dusted. See you at the 400.